Money be pretty women, highness and fit. That's all I'm getting.
Hey y'all, it's All of Destiny. In this video, I'll be sharing with you all how I did a fill-in for my sister Boon, how to repair a nail since one is missing, and we'll be doing a brand new design, and I'll be featuring some new products from Nail Addict with you all today. So none of her nails are lifted, but she did lose one. I did not do this set, she went to get this done, but I am going to do her fill-in for her today. So to remove the gel, since this isn't regular nail polish, I'm going to use a drill to take all of that off. I haven't removed gel in a long time. Like, y'all ask me all the time, like, do you do fill-ins when your sets get old? I'm more of a soak it all off and start over type of person, so I don't do fill-ins that often. And this drill is by Whirly. I had a link with them. They gifted this to me about 2 years ago, but I don't have the link anymore, so that's why I never link it when y'all are like, where's the link? I don't have a link, but I will browse Amazon and find something that I think is suitable for you all if you all want to check that out. So I'm just doing the best that I can to remove all of this gel. I found that the nail file was working as well, but since you have to do 10 nails, it's going to take a long time and your arms may get very tired, so I prefer the drill, but if you don't have one, the nail file will work. Then I remembered, I was like, hold on, Boon, wait a minute. So Nail Addict did gift me these products. This is the remover. I'm going to file down the top of the nails, and then you soak them and gently push them back with a wood stick. So this was trial and error at first because there aren't any instructions directly on the bottle, but I did go to their website and that's where I found the instructions for use of this product, and also I watched another YouTube video. So here I'm applying the remover directly to the nails with the gel top coat still on, and the instructions on the internet does recommend that you remove your gel top coat, that way it can kind of bubble up on the actual color. Then you're supposed to use the wood stick to remove that. Also, we did let that sit for 3 minutes. I showed you all the timer because I know y'all like time frames on things. After finding the instructions, I was like, okay, let's wipe off the remover and then remove the gel top coat. But I noticed when I was filing the nail that the remover was helping the gel to come off easier at that point. And I know you may say, why not just soak the gel off? We want to keep this set. So if you wanted to remove everything completely, then you would just wrap your nails in 100% acetone on a cotton ball with aluminum foil. That's how we remove the nails whenever I don't do fill-ins. I'm going to go ahead now and buff out the nails, the way I'll have a smooth application for the fill-in. I'm taking the Apple Fresh. This is an acrylic masking liquid from a kiss kit I reviewed about a year ago on my channel. It helps to keep the smell down just a little bit. There you go. Down some. So I have my damping dish for the acrylic liquid. The liquid that I'm using is by the brand Super Nail. Whenever I want to do my nails the same day without waiting on shipment times, I purchase that at my local beauty supply store. I also have a new nail brush. This one is by Panna. It's 100% Kolinsky, size 8. Nails by Shauna had this on her YouTube channel in the description box, and I was like, let me cop that. I'm just going to go ahead and pour the acrylic liquid in, and I'm going to add about 5 drops of the masking liquid. Most asked question that I get, how do you mask the smell? There's only so much you can do to cover up the smell of acrylic. I just personally feel like you either want to do your nails or you don't. Once I clean up the area where I've worked afterwards with whatever household cleaners I have, Pine Sol, Lysol, whatever, it sort of tends to overpower the acrylic a little bit. Just let the room air out. To prep the nails for the fill-in, I'm pushing back her cuticles using the nail drill to remove the dead skin, as well as blend the overlapping area of where the acrylic meets your natural nail. Not drilling too much on the natural nail, but to just get everything to be a little more flush. To remove the dust, I'm taking this Petty Septic. It's a sanitizing spray for the feet, but this product doesn't know if it's hands or feet, right? I'll be using the Mia's Secret Pink Acrylic Powder for the fill-in. You can also use clear, or if you have a colored acrylic, be sure to match that color up. I'll be using the CND Nail Primer. This is an acid-free primer. I'm just going to apply this only to the natural portion of her nail where we'll be doing the fill-in. There's no need to rub this product all over the acrylic or gel if you're doing a gel fill-in. Since this is a new brush, or you can actually do this every time, I'm going to dip the brush into the acrylic liquid, and then I'm going to wipe it off the excess on the sides of the damping dish. I'm taking a small amount of the pink acrylic powder that we'll be using, and I'm going to place that where it overlaps the grown out portion of the acrylic with her natural nail bed to do the fill-in. After that, I'm just going to slowly sweep along the side walls. This clip is in real time, it's not sped up, and her fingers are pointing towards me and also in a downwards motion. That helps to avoid the acrylic from rushing into the cuticle area. So if you're doing nails on yourself, point your hands to where they face downwards, and there's no way it could possibly run into the cuticle area, if that makes sense. I'm basically going to repeat this process on all of the nails to do the fill-in, and it's okay if you have to sweep some of the acrylic down onto the rest of the nail, especially since in the beginning we did do a little fouling and reshaping to the nail. This will just help to bring some of your strength back to the nail. So the fill-in process goes pretty quick just because you're not rebuilding an entire nail. You're just applying acrylic to a small portion of the nail. For beginners, I definitely would say to practice this versus soaking your sets off starting completely over, because it's just extra practice for you to practice getting closer to that cuticle area, you know. Depending on which acrylic you use, it also will give you the chance to practice mastering the acrylic to your acrylic liquid ratio. That way your product is not too runny, or you don't pick up a ball to where it's already almost setting because your brush wasn't wet enough. And that's why sometimes when you master a certain brand, you don't want to really switch up too much, because then it means you have to get familiar with a new product, if that makes sense. So I've changed the camera angle to show you how I pick up the product. I'm dipping into the liquid, wiping off both sides so that my product won't be runny. Then I'm going to tap about 3 times into the acrylic powder just to form a ball. Focus on dipping the tip of your brush into the product, not the entire brush. That also helps to keep your brush clean. They do sell jars that you can use so that you can transfer your powder into those smaller ones. Both of mine are currently filled with clear, and I knew I wanted to use pink to do the fill-in with. But since this is just my personal use stuff, I don't take clients or anything, and I've already sanitized my sister's hands, we're good. For building this nail, you can either use a nail tip, which is what she does have applied to all of the other nails, or you can use reusable forms. The reusable form wasn't hugging her nail the way I wanted it to, so I'm just going to use the standard nail forms. These are just like a one-time use. You trash them afterwards. And since she doesn't have a tip, I'm applying the primer to her entire nail bed. The purpose of the primer is to help the acrylic adhere. It just makes your nails last longer if you're going to spend all of this time on them. I'm taking a larger ball of the acrylic just because I know I'm building a full nail and not just doing the fill-in. If you're a beginner, try to build this nail in steps. So I'm using my 100-180 grit banana file, and I'm holding the side of her nail down to file. You'll see me go back and forth between using a drill as well as the hand file. I recently only was gifted this nail drill about 2 years ago, so hand filing is definitely possible. The drill just helps sometimes with a few of the steps, makes things a little quicker, but you can definitely master doing your nails just with the hand file. Since we did a lot of the reshaping in the beginning, we're just sort of making sure that the fill-in portion is blended well with the rest of the nail. Also, I didn't encapsulate these with clear. Since the pink was more of a sheer pink, I didn't feel it necessary to do so. To make sure that their edge is straight, I'm just going to hold the file very straight. I'm pressing along her natural nail with my thumb so that it doesn't wiggle back and forth and feel weird to her. And then whenever I file the sides, you see that I use my thumb to press down on the skin, and I go towards the center of the nail. Basically, if I'm filing left or right, I'm going towards the center of the nail to not flatten it out so much, to still keep that strength at the apex, if that makes sense. And then to make sure that I'm capping off that cuticle area, I go back and forth, but most times I'll go in one direction to seal that off, and that is how I file the nails. So using the hand file, I'm just perfecting the shape. She's worn this set for about 3 weeks now, and so since we use our hands for daily activities, when you kind of rub them against things, you just sort of lose that pronounced shape. So we're just trying to bring that back with the file. And I like to use majority of the nail file, and I'll go in with the nail drill once I'm satisfied with what I've done. I just feel that the nail drill can't do all of your file work for you. Like, it's certain things that the hand file is just more efficient with. Once all of the filing is done, I'm taking the buffer to smooth out the nail surface. That way, if you want to apply polish, gel, whatever you want to apply on top, you'll apply that to a smooth surface. You want to sort of use visual as well as your sense of touch with this. So you'll see me rubbing along the nail, because what looks smooth to the eye, when you rub it, you'll see if there's any ridges left. Now it's time for my favorite part of doing nails, the nail art and the designing portion. So Nail Addict was kind enough to gift me a few of their gel nail polishes, so I'll be sharing some of those with you on today. Their products are always vegan and also cruelty free, so there is no animal testing. We'll be using the Precious, which is this pretty glittery chunky pink. The No Wipe Top, this is their gel top coat. I also picked out this pretty blue glittery gel nail polish. This one is called Endless Nights. And I was also gifted Silver Addict and Scandalous that we'll be using at a later time. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the base coat, applying this to her nails, and then we're going to cure that underneath the UV lamp. And of course, y'all know I never leave y'all out, so I do have a coupon code. It's not an affiliate code or anything. It's just for you all to get 25% off if you want to check out Nail Addict and get some gel polishes for yourself. That code is allofdestiny without the Y, 25. So be sure to check that out. It'll be in my description box down below, as well as a full product list for everything we've used in this video today. I just wanted to do something different, sort of like little mentions or shout outs, so I went to the previous nail video just so that it would be relevant to nail content, and I've screenshotted just a few comments and I put them into this video. We're going to go ahead and take the Precious. This is the chunky sort of pink mix, and I'm going to apply this all over the thumb. I like that you can get like a really opaque look with just one layer, even though I'm going to go in with 2 coats of polish. I don't know the brand of this brush, it just says number 4, and I'm going to use that along with alcohol to take off some of the polish, since my sister wanted me to sort of do like a slant of where we're going to have pink on one side and then white on the other side. And the white that I'm using is by Madam Glam. It's a gel polish as well. So next up, we're going to take Endless Nights, and I'm going to apply that along the ring finger, sort of doing that same little diagonal. But you all will see later in the video, we didn't really want to go with 2 different glitter colors in the same nail set, but I like to still show you all realistically how we got to the finished result, so I'm including all of that here. On this next nail, we're going to do water marble, but without the water, just with gel polish. You just want to take little droplets and drop that over the nail. I'm going to use a clean cuticle pusher, the pointed side, and just kind of swirl that around. Not too much to where you mix the colors to get a lighter color, but you want each color to still stand out. I'm going to take the end of that tool as well, just to dip into that Precious gel color, just to get a little bit more. And voila, there we have that. To prevent the gel from moving around while we work on the next nail, I like to go ahead and cure underneath the UV lamp for 2 minutes. Now it's time to add a little bit of bling. I sped this up because it takes so long to apply rhinestones. That dotting tool I got from AliExpress. You can get it with like quicker shipping through Amazon, so I have everything linked down below for you all. And I just kind of did like a little pattern, and then on the opposite hand we did some of the smaller and larger Swarovskis all over. Also, I did forget to mention these Swarovskis are from longhairprettynails.com, so if they're still available, I'll have them linked in the description box in the product list section. Sometimes my camera tends to focus on whatever is closest to the lens in the frame, so it's focusing on my hand most times when I'm doing the designs. I'm just doing a little pattern to spice up the blue and the white. And also, when I apply the Swarovskis to the nails, because I did get asked that question in the last video, what holds the Swarovskis to the nail? When you apply the gel nail polish and then you cure that underneath the lamp, it sort of sets the gel, which basically is just like gluing them on there. You can also use nail glue too. I've seen some people use nail glue to hold on their Swarovskis. Just depends on your preference. So we decided to take off the blue polish. I sped through that since I was just doing that same drilling like we did in the beginning. And then we thought we wanted to use this different little sort of nude peachy color, but then I saw that it was expired because I don't really mess with my nail polish rack that often, so we threw that one out and decided to go just with the white. Or I think my sister just decided she wanted to kind of keep it a little bit simple. I'm shocked because she don't never keep it this simple. But also, my UV lamp is from eBay. I purchased that in 2016. I haven't had to replace the bulbs or anything on it. Like, I plug it in and it just works just fine. Only thing, I need to try to reset my password, I guess, and check and see if I can get a link for you all, because when I search Leopard lamps on Amazon, nothing comes up. And there's not really a brand on my UV lamp. It's just details about the voltage. So I don't know, sis. But I'm applying the remover again. We let that sit for 3 minutes, and then we're just going to scrape that off so that we can change the design to something else. So after a few minutes, I'm going to use a wood cuticle pusher, just to push back not to push back the cuticles, to remove the gel, the dissolved gel. Then I'm going to use my cuticle trimmers or little nippers just to get off the Swarovskis. The remover isn't supposed to dissolve the Swarovskis. That's impossible. I'm going to kind of nip those off, and then I can finish filing. That way we can put a new design on top. Apply some lotion and cuticle oil to finish off. So let's finish up with discussing beginner nail related videos that you all have requested from me. I feel that with my content, I am very thorough with my voiceovers, so I always feel like I'm helping you all a lot. I don't know if I'm being biased to myself and I ain't help you at all. Let me know. Or not. No, seriously. So I don't personally associate being a beginner with keeping your nail designs basic. By that, what I mean is just because you're just starting out with anything, apply that to something else if you don't care to do nails. It does not mean that you can't attempt this technique, or you should stay away from marble, or only use one color of polish because you're a beginner. I'm more of a jump all the way in type of person versus where some may want to tread light and not attempt too many techniques at once, if that makes sense. But I feel that by attempting lots of different things, eventually I'll master all of them because I'm practicing all of them. So here's a reminder of the before, and be sure to let me know specifically what kind of beginner content you all would like. That way I can, thoroughly help you all if these videos aren't so far. And also keep in mind, I'm not licensed. I just learned to do my own nails so that I could do my own. But these are the finished results.
My hands be shaking.
And with the thumbs.
Because y'all be sleeping on them thumbs. That's why they don't be showing them thumbs. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. Alright, now do your little claws.
I don't know how I be doing. You probably have it out.
Like this. So I'm going to close the video out by leaving you all with this. We only get better at the things that we attempt. If I try to do my nails once, I think it's a fail, and I never reach for my acrylic again, you cannot expect me to perfect that craft because I'm not active in it. To beginners, it's okay to call yourself a beginner, but don't let that label define what you're capable of when it comes to doing nails. Attempt it all. You can't become an expert by not attempting different nail techniques. So regardless of what level you think you're at, you can still try everything. Questions and comments, be sure to leave all of that down below. I hope this video helped you all. Since you're still here, you can check out the nails playlist for more nail videos, or just click on another video on my channel. Questions and comments, be sure to leave all of that down below. And as always, I thank you so much for watching.